Hello guys, welcome to my channel Nigerian movie recap. Today I will review a Nigerian Nollywood movie titled Ponzi. What's Ponzi all about? The comedy centers on low-class earning neighbors who invest in a Ponzi scheme. What happened when their investment fall through? Let's find out. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. The movie opens with Abeke, who plays the role of narrator, and slowly introduces us to other characters that live together in the same neighborhood. We meet Ikenna, a young man who spends his whole day betting on football matches, flirting around with different girls, causing too many troubles for his brother Uchenna, whom he lives with his brother's wife Zara, and ex-convict Charles and Chubi, who usually borrows money from the criminal and never find a way to pay back. Ponzi follows the story of a rich politician, Chief Olaba, who recently found his long-lost American son, Robert. Robert comes into the neighborhood, crushing the money expectancy of people with the ever-tiring modern talk, as he would love to be called, rather than Americana. Chubi, the habitual debtor, is subjected to public harassment and torture for not paying his debts, receiving series of cane on his bare box, and beaten up at Tafa's grave by Charles. It is during this exact scenario that Robert steps in and plays the role of a messiah by paying Chubi's debt and even splashes a few words of cash to pay for people's food. This scene is pivotal to the understanding of the Ponzi concept because by doing this, Robert is seen as a savior and is able to earn their trust. Perhaps the saying, "An apple doesn't fall far from the tree," even comes to mind, since he is the son of a former politician who embezzled public funds while in office. And in this moment, the romance between Abeke and Ikenna was up in the air, which was confirmed by a steamy kiss at the Olaba's mansion. Ikenna was living his dream sooner than expected. With things falling into place, Robert introduces the people in the hood to an investment scheme known as Rich Vest. However, just like numerous Ponzi schemes that have come and gone, Rich Vest only lasts for a while before folding up. Robert was nowhere to be found, which brought up distress and unrest in the neighborhood. Workers of the Rich Vest scheme were caught and beaten up by the angry people, and Charles, the loan shark, wasted no time in dealing with everyone who borrowed from him to invest in the Rich Vest, with Uchenna receiving stroke of cane on his bare butt, a typical event Chubi had earlier received. This Ponzi scheme eventually crumbles the romance between Abeke and Ikenna as he blames her, Robert, and her family for all their recent misfortune. Chubi makes an appearance in the neighborhood as he was rushed by angry people since he was one of the agents of Robert, but he was saved by someone unlikely, Charles. After certain effort to deal with Chubi, he eventually comes up with a plan to save his neck, which according to him is nothing different from the popular money heist. But Ikenna, Uchenna and Tafa want no hand in his ridiculous plan. His persuasion continued till they gave in. Ikenna, Uchenna and Tafa gain access into Chief Olaba's mansion with Chubi's distraction, and the break-in was smoothly successful for the amateurs since the guys were on vacation. They roam around the house with no one being aware, even though Robert was suspicious. Eventually, Uchenna find the gold Robert bought with their money, and the amateur was on their way to a small getaway till they were stumbled by three face masked thieves with guns led by Charles. Everyone was brought to the living room as he violently asked for money. They recognized his voice, but he continued raging as he fired few shots above. Ikenna clashed with Charles as he fell to the floor with the gun. Robert took advantage, taking control, revealing reason behind his return from the US and his hatred towards his father for leaving them and promising to return but never did, as he was left to fend alone for himself after his mother died. Ikenna again clashes with Robert, which sent bullets into the living room pillars, and embezzled money was seen hidden behind those walls. Everyone was surprised at the greediness and wickedness of Chief Olaba, and Robert made no mistake in escaping with so much money. Charles, Ikenna, Uchenna and Tafa took their share of the money from the broken pillar as well as the gold. Robert was eventually caught up by the people in the neighborhood and brutally beaten up before the police interferes. Most people in the neighborhood got their money back and the normal day-to-day activities resumed. Abeke and Ikenna got back together. Uchenna's wife Zara has put to bed, and Abeke has been awarded her PhD after publishing her book, Don't Be a Maga, which tells a deeper story of the Ponzi scheme in Nigeria. Hope you enjoyed the video. Watch out for the next video. Hit the notification bell and please like and subscribe. Don't forget, I love you all.